Hey guys, in this video I want to talk to you about Bonk Bot. Now, if you don't know what Bonk Bot is, it's basically a trading bot that you use on Telegram. You can use it on Telegram mobile, you can use it on Telegram desktop. I'm going to show you on Telegram desktop because it's easier to show you and because it's easier to trade, in my opinion. But the features are all the same whether it's on mobile or desktop. I've been using this for about a week now and I've had some good experiences, I've had some bad experiences, and I've had some terrible experiences, really bad trades, rug pulls. It's the Wild West. This is probably the most high-risk degen play that I've been in thus far. No, there is another one, which I'll do another video on probably next week. So I won't mention it yet. But it is really high risk. I've been using it for a week, like I say, and over the course of a week, I'm probably down about, I don't know, $100, $130. Most YouTubers who, share tutorials on Bonk Bot or share their experiences or strategies only really show you positive experiences. They only really show you the trades that they're winning on. They very rarely do they show you when they're losing. And I would say it's going to be 50-50. You're going to lose some, you're going to win some. I guess some people will make profits. Some people have strategies that might work or they might appear to work for them or have worked. But I think overall, this is just rolling the dice. It's pot luck whether you pick the right token or not. There's obviously things we can do to make sure that we're not picking bad tokens, but even then, there's no guarantee. So let me take you over to the PC here, and I'll show you just how things work. So this is the Bonk Bot website, which I'm not going to read through. I'll leave a link down below to this. One thing I want to point out is this referrals here. So basically, you need to have a referral link in order to join Bonk Bot. I will leave mine down below. If you use that referral link to join Bonk Bot, then I will get some commissions. Refer your friends and earn 30% of their fees in the first month, 20% in the second, and 10% forever. Now, again, a lot of YouTubers don't tell you about these commissions that they're earning from referring people. They just say, use the link down below if you want to get involved, guys. They've obviously got, reasons to want people to sign up using their link because they're going to get commissions, and the more people who sign up, the more commissions you're going to get. So it's in their best interest to not point out how volatile and how dangerous or risky it can be using Bonk Bot. Most people tell you it's great, get in, you'll love it, you can make tons of money. So just be aware that there are motives for people promoting this. So next thing, how do you actually join Bonk Bot? Well, once you've used that link down below, you will join a group, Bonk Bot group. There will be a button on screen here that says get started or something along those lines, start. I can't show you because I've already done it and I don't want to reset the wallet, but basically there'll be a button, it says start. You'll click that, you'll be given a Bonk Bot wallet address. That wallet is part of the Bonk Bot. It's built within the bot here on Telegram. How safe it is, I don't know, but I've not heard of anyone say that they've been compromised or had funds stolen or siphoned off, so I think it's probably pretty safe. You can link the wallet to your Solflare wallet or Phantom, and you simply, once you're in the main home screen, you can just keep coming back to home if it's not on the screen by clicking the three lines and clicking home. Once you're here, you can click on wallet, you can click on export private key, click on confirm, and your private key will be shown. And then if you come to your wallet, Phantom or Solflare, then you can import that by clicking the three lines, clicking on plus, import private key, and paste your private key, and obviously give it a name. And as you can see up here, I've got my Bonk Bot wallet here. I've got, sorry, that's my Phantom wallet, and then I've got a Bonk Bot wallet here as well. That's it. Once you've created that wallet, obviously you need to send funds to that wallet. You can do that by, again, coming to wallet, clicking on the address there, and it will copy the address and then go to your, the DEX of your choice, whether it's KuCoin or whether it's, I don't know, crypto.com or wherever it is, and send funds, Solana, over to your Bonk Bot wallet. Now, if you do have funds already in your Phantom wallet, then you can just transfer them from one account to the other account. You simply go to that account, click on send, choose Solana, click add, and then choose your Bonk Bot, and that way you can put your funds over to the Bonk Bot wallet. So once you've got your wallet set up, you've got funds in the wallet, you need to set up the Bonk Bot for your trades. We do this by coming to the three little lines again, clicking on settings, and then we can configure the parameters here. You can see my parameters on screen. I'm not going to go through them with you, but basically most of these are set to default. Announcements is default, minimum position value is default. Auto buy I've got set to 0.1 sol. That means when we paste a token address here, it will automatically buy a position of 0.1 in that token. It just saves a bit of time. You know, some of these coins move that quickly that in order to get in at a low price, you want that auto buy on, but you can just click here and it will disable it. Simple as that. Buy buttons, this is basically what will happen when you click left or right. If I click left, it will buy 0.2 in that token. If I click right, it'll buy 0.3. Sell buttons, again, if I click left, it will sell 33%. So if I'm making profits and I want to just, you know, slice a bit of those profits off, I can take 33% with a click of a button. Right, I can take all of it. So if I want to exit the position quickly, I just click right, I exit the position. Slippage is basically the difference between, you know, executing a trade and that trade being actioned. So, you know, sometimes you might click on sell, but it'll take a few seconds for that transaction to go through and the price might change within that. So this will allow that slippage of price movement by up to 15%. Same for sell. Buy and sell is set at 15%. Maximum price impact is 25%. That's default. Mev Protect, you can have this on secure or turbo. All the videos I've watched and all the documentation I've read suggest keeping this on turbo. It just makes it quicker. Transaction priority, now you can set this to whatever you want, medium, high, very high. The higher it is, the quicker it will, the transaction should go through, but the more you're going to pay in gas fees. This is the problem I had, you see. I did the video last week, but I've took it down since because I was losing money on all my sells, so I wanted to make this point clear to you guys. If you have this set up very high, you're going to pay quite a lot of money in fees, and potentially your profits will be not very much. It will be kind of impacted by the fees. So I've now since put this on a custom amount. Now, the way we get a custom amount is by clicking on the amount itself, and then down here, we need to reply to this message with the example that we want. So the way we reply on desktop, it took me a while to figure this out, is right click and then go and reply. On your mobile, it's easier to reply to messages, but on desktop, you need to right click on the message and then reply. So I'm going to put 0.01 for my transaction priority fee. That way, I should, hopefully, not eat into the profits too much. One of my friends recommended these settings, and he said that, you know, it's working out all right for him. So that's kind of where I've got that 0.01 from. So once we've got all that configured and set up, we're actually ready to trade. Now, the way we trade, we come back to the home screen. If, you know, you're ever in doubt and you can't see what you want on the screen, just click the three little lines and click home. So from here, we want to choose a token to buy. Where do we get tokens from? So first of all, we can look in alerts here. So if we click alerts, it will open this little window here with a number of groups, and there's a number of different tokens in here: new tokens, burn tokens, renounced tokens, fresh wallets, 30-minute trending tokens. So we can get a quick idea of what's trending, what's new by clicking in these groups. I wouldn't recommend that you buy one straight away just from looking at the information here. You want to be doing further investigation into the token before you do. This one, for example, the top 5 owners of this token have got 24% of the token. So if they all sold, you know, it would impact the price pretty significantly. So, you know, you don't just buy something straight away because you like the look of it or you like the name. Make sure you do further research. We can do that by coming to Dex Screener. So if we go to Dex Screener, and we can do it by clicking the link here as well, we can look at the token a little bit more in detail. So one of the first things to look at is this section over here. In order to get a listing on Dex Screener, you need to pay, or if you get a listing on Dex Screener and you do pay, I should say, you can have more features available to you. So putting a banner on like this for your token, or putting links to like the website or Twitter or Telegram, things like that, costs money. So if a developer or a token, you know, owner has decided to put all these things on, they've obviously paid some money. They're obviously quite invested in their token and they want it to do well. They're not, you know, well, I say they're not rug pulls, but they could be. They could still be rug pulls even though they paid money to have these things on here, but it just gives it a little bit more credibility. So that's the first thing we need to look at. Then we can take a look at some of the external links like the website. Obviously, they put effort into building a website. And the same with Twitter. If they've got a Twitter account and they've got followers on here, I mean, they've only got 3. They've only joined in April, but this token has not been going that long. Let's have a look. 5 hours, 20 minutes ago, this token was created, so it's really brand new. Telegram, how many have they got in the Telegram? 41 members. Always good to join the Telegram because people will be talking about the token and what they're doing, whether they're pumping, whether they're dumping. Again, there can be bad actors in there, and there can be, you know, people who are actually the devs with fake profiles and stuff. So be careful, but it will give you a bit of an idea. Back on Dextrina, have a look at the liquidity. Is the liquidity locked? Yes, it is. So that's, you know, quite a good sign. What's the market cap? Really low in this case, 7.4k. You want to keep it pretty low, you know, under a million, maybe under 500,000, under 50,000, whatever you think is right for you. But make sure it's quite a low market cap. You know, you don't want something that's got 10 million market cap or something like that, because you don't tend to get those big gains when that's the case. Look at how many transactions are taking place. There's only 455 so far, but there's more buys than sells, which, you know, is quite a good sign. So this is kind of some of the stuff you want to be looking at. I don't want to give you too much information on what I'm doing because I haven't found the perfect strategy for finding the coin, and I don't believe anybody has. And if they tell you that they have, then I think they're probably fooling themselves or fooling you. So, you know, make sure you do your own research when you're buying these tokens. The next thing to do is have a look at RugCheck. Now, this will tell you if the token has got any vulnerabilities or risks that, you know, they think could potentially cause you some issues. So the way we check on RugCheck is come back to the token, click on the token address here, copy that token address, and then paste it into RugCheck. And this will probably say there's quite low liquidity, I think. Well, it doesn't, but it does say there's it does say low amount of liquidity providers, single holder ownership, 24% of the token. So, you know, if that developer or that one person sells 24%, that could impact the price massively. So there's a warning here straight away from RugCheck about this particular coin. So personally, I would stay away. Obviously, it's your choice, but that's just, you know, gives you some idea of how you can check how particular tokens, you know, whether they might be worth buying a position in. So that's one we'll stay away from. Let's come back to Bonk Bot and see what else we've got. Burned and renounced. We've got one mine just created at 1906. Top 5 have got 16%. Top 20 have got 53%. Really low market cap. It's only 21,000. Let's have a look at that one. It's not the best one. It's not one I'd probably go for generally, but yeah, price action's not very good. They've pumped and then they've kind of dumped here. Everyone's selling, so we'll stay away from that one. Let's close that one down. Just close a few of these windows. Have a look at some others. Let's have a look at burned and renounced. Burned. What have we got? One mine again. Hatwith Naka, 25% liquidity pool, market cap 67. Open time 660 months ago, so that's been around for a while. They must have just burned the tokens or just renounced. Fresh wallets. Let's have a look what we've got here. Norman. I think Norman was one I looked at actually before. I think I put into this one earlier. It's got a really low market cap, $1,600. That's probably been dumped, I reckon, if we have a look at that. Well, it's had its moments, but it looks like it's kind of staying stable here at around 1780. What the hell? We'll buy into this one because they've got a website, they've got Twitter, they've got Telegram, and it's only for demos anyway. It doesn't necessarily mean that this is a great coin, but we'll buy into it just so you can see how it's done. So once we found a token that we want, whether it will be this one or not, we click on the token address, we come back to Bonk Bot, we go to our BonkBot page here and we just simply paste the address in there. And once we click return, I've got this set to auto buy, remember, so it will automatically buy 0.1 of a Solana into this token. Initiating auto buy with 0.1. And now you can see we've actually purchased that. So straight away, we've got a loss of 13.39%, obviously due to fees and slippage and things like that. But if we just keep an eye on this now, we can see what happens over the next, minute or so. I'm not going to keep it going because I don't want the video to run on for too long. Just wanted to show you how you can buy. Obviously, we can just refresh this now whenever we want and just keep checking on that profit we've got there. And we can keep checking the charts here in Dex Screener and see what's happening. We've got quite a few buys coming through, $70, $142. We've got a big sell there, $913. So, we obviously need to just keep an eye on this. And that's the thing with BonkBot is you need to be on it all the time. You can't really leave it for any length of time. I did that a couple of days ago. Had a token, it was doing quite well, got to like 11 o'clock 12 o'clock at night or something, so I was going to bed. Now that's when you have to decide, do you sell out your position or do you just leave it overnight whilst you're in bed? And if a lot of this price action buys and sells is happening in, say, the United States, obviously they're a few hours behind me in GMT time here in the UK, so people could be buying and selling and just really pump and dump this coin whilst I'm in bed. So you've got to kind of make that decision. Do you want to, sell out the position or just take a chance and leave it? I did it with a token last week. I left it overnight, woke up in the morning, I was still a little bit in profit, and then within an hour it just dumped completely. I went from, 30%, 40% in profit to 99% down. But that could have happened overnight whilst I was in bed. So, you've got to think about these things as well when you're trading. Probably best to set yourself a window, an hour, 2 hours, when you're just going to trade these tokens. Then if for any reason you need to leave the computer, go to bed, or whatever reason, maybe think about selling out the positions. So let me have a quick refresh here and see where we're at. Still down 16%. Now, if I wanted to sell this, let's assume I was in profit, I could click on sell 33% and just take off some of that profit and let the rest run. I could take off another 33% if it continue going just by simply clicking on these buttons. If I wanted to exit the position completely, I just click on sell 100% and that would close off the position. Sell X%, if I clicked on that, then I can type in here an actual amount I want to sell off. So say I wanted to sell 50%, I need to reply to this message. And don't forget, with the PC version or the desktop browser, you right click on the message, click reply, and then you would put whatever you want in there. So say 50%, which I'm not going to do because I'm not going to sell off 50%, but that's how you would do it. And then you've got these other links, so you can check it out in Explorer, you can check out the charts in Bird Eye, or go into the scan here and have a look at what they're saying here. It's just basically a little snapshot overview of the token. So there's loads and loads of stuff you can do with BonkBot. And like I said earlier, if you kind of get yourself stuck and you don't know where you are, just click on these three little lines and come back to home, and you'll get that home page, and this will show any open positions. So I've only got one token here, Norm, but if I had a number of tokens, I'd have 1 Norm, 2 whatever it's called, Panties, 3 Pepe, whatever it is, and then you simply click on the number of the one that you want to trade on or take action with, and it will bring up the details for that particular token. So I'm currently down 5.88%, so not too bad. I'll leave this running until I get into profit, or even break even, and then sell out of it. Like I say, it's not one that I would necessarily buy into, but I just did it for this example. And that's pretty much it, guys. So it's really, really straightforward to use, but it's just, you've got to be really careful using it. That's all, because choosing the right coin is really key. Now, I'm sure there's some people who say if you're losing money, if you've lost $100 in a week or whatever, then you're not doing things right. And I'll agree with that to some extent. But really, picking the right coin is, you might as well just pick one out of the air, or just, throw a dart in the dartboard to choose a coin. It's just pure luck that you get the right one. Obviously, we can do some research and find out, the tokens that we think are going to do well, and, look at some of those, signals on deck screener, you know, see if it's got any of those, you know, website and Twitter and all those kind of things, if they've actually paid, you know, all those checks we looked at before, and have a look on rug check and that kind of thing. But even then, there's no guarantee that the project won't rug, or it'll be, you know, whales will dump on you or whatever. There's just no guarantee. So that's the thing with it. You've got to be on it all the time. If you trade on Bonk Bot, you've got to be sat at your computer or sat on your phone watching the trades and, you know, making those decisions quickly, because if you leave it, you know, you can lose your money instantly. The other thing is, you know, I'm in the UK, so if I go to bed at say 11 p.m, 12 p.m. at night, it could be that a lot of this price action and trades are going on in the United States, so they might be 5 hours, 7 hours behind me, so they're all trading. I've gone to bed, everyone's still trading. Now they could just like all pump and dump that token whilst I'm in bed, and I'll wake up the next morning and I'm completely liquidated. So, you know, that's the other thing you've got to consider. Do you sell out your trades before you go to bed, or do you take some profit? So you've got to take all that into account. And I think I said before, you know, there are other traders, pro traders, who've got better bots than Bonk Bot, you know, custom made bots that will trade much quicker, so they can sell off well before you get your trade through and your sales have gone through. So you've got to take all this into account. It's really just fun, this. You can't take it too seriously as a way to make money. You can make money, but you've got to be really careful, and, you know, set aside whatever it is you're going to play with, $30, $50, $100, whatever it is. Set yourself a weekly budget. If you reach it, if you lose all that money, then just wait until the next week. Don't start trying to chase those losses, because you'll find yourself in even bigger losses. It's like when you go to the casino or on slot machines and you put the money in and you lose, and you just keep chasing after it. You're back to the ATM and you're getting more money. You're trying to get that money back. Any minute now, this machine's going to pay out, and it doesn't. And then someone comes along with $1 and they win all the money that you've put in. Sod's law, and that's what will happen with this kind of thing as well. So you've just got to be ultra careful and just play, just use it for fun. One other thing quickly I just want to tell you about is this thing called Pump.fun. This is a platform where people can create their own meme tokens, and anyone can do it. You know, it costs you a few dollars to create a token, and you can list it here and people can actively trade it. And, you know, you can make some money doing it, but you can also lose money. But the point I want to make is these tokens, they have this this feature here called bonding curve progress. Now, this bonding curve, once it reaches 100%, so once the market cap gets to a point where it reaches 100%, the token is automatically shut down here, and some of the liquidity is sent over to Radium. So the coin then becomes live on Radium for trading, and you'll see it on Deck Screener, and then people here will see it in this, you know, these listings of new pairs. So once it reaches that bonding period on Pump.fun, you'll start seeing it listed here on Deck Screener as one of these brand new tokens. What can happen, and it happened last night. I was in a particular token. It was called what was it called? The token that was in SpongeBob, Pervy SpongeBob or something like that, and it reached this bonding curve, and it went over to Radium, and I was up. I put like, I think I put like 0.2 or 0.4 sol in, and I was up to about 0.6 sol, 0.8 sol, and I was just about to sell it here on Pump.fun, and it shut off trades because they moved the liquidity over to Radium. And then when it moved over there, the person who created the token, the dev, you can see the dev here for this token has got 5%. The dev of that token had, I don't know how much percent, I can't remember, but he sold off, and he basically dumped it on everyone. So the token just crashed, and everyone kind of lost the money. So, you know, I've got about $3 in there now. Let me have a look in the Phantom wallet. You'll see the token I'm talking about. It was valued at about, I don't know, $60 or something last night before it moved over to Radium. And as soon as it moved over to Radium, I've lost my wallet. I'm typing away. I'm not looking. As soon as it moved over to Radium, the dev dumped the token, and then my profit and everyone else's plummeted. Look, it's worth like $2 now. It was worth like $70 or $80 last night before that happened. the thing is with this token as well, they put a lot of effort into it. They created a website, they created a Telegram. They put a lot of effort into it. So that's what I'm saying. Even though they've got, tick all the boxes with, all the socials and all that, like I said earlier over here, the devs can still dump and just cheat the projects, as they say. So that's why I'm saying you've got to be really, really, really careful and just treat these as kind of plays, because that's all they are really. It's just play money and it's a gamble. If you enjoyed it, I know it went on for a while, but I've tried to cover everything there. How to what Bonk Bot is and how to configure it and how to do a trade and how to buy, how to sell, that kind of thing, how to check tokens. Obviously, I've not give you a foolproof strategy because I don't believe there are any, but I've kind of covered everything. I suggest you watch loads of other videos on it before you start trading, see what other people are saying, see what other people are doing, get some more ideas. But ultimately it comes down to what you think is a good trade for you. Don't listen to what anyone else is telling you about any particular token or any particular strategy. Just kind of take information from everywhere and build your own strategy. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll see you again in another video. I'll probably do one on pump.fun just so you can see just how degen that is. But, it's not all about degen behavior here on this channel. As you know, I'm more of a safer investor, but I do like to have these degen gambles now and again, but only with a small fraction of my money. Take care of yourselves and I'll see you again soon.